Welcome. I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is October 12th, 2022. You know what that means? It is day 12 of the 31 Days of Fright horror movie project, year 11, and today's movie is Puppet Master 5. But before I really tell you what I thought of this movie, just a little bit of a tease here. I thought this movie was better than Puppet Master 4, hands down. Even though there was a lot to like in Puppet Master 4, but this one was definitely a step up. And you can definitely tell when these two movies were supposed to be filmed as one big movie, but it was broken up over two movies, and you can definitely see why. And I'll tell you why after I ask you to do a few things for me by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, leave a like, and leaving a comment. Just doing those things helps me to get my channel and videos out there, helps you stay notified when my videos go live, and when you leave a comment, it helps us stay interactive with one another, because I want to hear what you have to say about Puppet Master 5, or just the Puppet Master movies in general, because I'm enjoying these movies quite a bit. I mean, I know I've always liked the first two for sure. The third one had been a while since I actually had a chance to watch it from start to finish. And then 4 and 5 are, like I mentioned, are the starts of the first time viewings. And I'm enjoying these movies quite a bit. And just because the story for 4 and 5 definitely should have been one movie. That was, if you watched yesterday's review of Puppet Master 4, the biggest problem with 4 to me was the overall story. It just kind of felt like it was missing some stuff. After watching 5, it definitely was missing some things. It was kind of like it just felt incomplete. And knowing now what I now know is that those two movies were supposed to be one movie. Puppet Master 4 and 5 was supposed to be one theatric long movie. I can see why now, and that's probably why I like Puppet Master 5, because it was supposed to be the climax of the movie, you know, the other half of the movie, and it makes so much sense now. Does it change my feelings of 4? Yes, but I still think the story should have been a little bit more laid out a little bit better, because there is a scene in this one that it does like a kind of a recap for those who may have just be jumping into this one, and it's done really well. It explains everything really well, and then it just goes right back into the movie, because this movie starts off with the effects of the aftermath of Puppet Master 4, where our main character, he's been arrested for the murders of the scientist and his colleague and so it's like there's people, so they're pinning some murders on him, in so many words, and so he has to prove that it was the puppets, even though he's explained it to everybody. The cops aren't believing it, but he got out on bail. And then another scientist who's very greedy, he's like, I'm going to go and steal the puppets for myself, after kind of hearing the story. So he's like, okay. So him and three henchmen go back to the Bodega Inn hotel, and they try to steal the puppets, and the puppets are defending themselves. While at the exact same time, the villain from 4, he sends his own totem, the little gremlin looking things you see on the front of the covers here. I'm not quite sure if he died at the end of the movie, because like at the beginning, or like when the totems die in 4, they were connected to like another being in this other world, where Sutek, I think that's Sutek, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name, is located. And when their totem dies in our world, they die in his world. So it's like, I don't know if that did the same for his character, because you don't see it, or at least unless I missed it just by blinking of an eye, or missed it by some tiny little dialogue, but I just didn't see that big creature blow up or melt like the previous demons in the other movie. So he may be back. I'm not quite sure, but I do like how he's like, you know what? He did the whole thing, like what he had to do, like in Avengers. Like, I'm just gonna have to do it myself. You know, he sends his own totem, puts his own powers into this little gremlin totem puppet, and sends it in our world to kind of collect the magic and take it back to steal back the magic that Andrew Toulon has stolen from him. So that was a mouthful, but at the same time, it was really good. I really liked the puppets, a Blade, Pinhead, the Tunneler, Torches in this one, Six Shooter is in this one, and the Decapitron, he's back. They tried to revive him once again and to defeat the big villain of the movie, and it's so good. The stop motion, there are some really cool fight sequences with the puppets against the villain puppet, the villain totem. It was just, I liked it. Like, even the human characters were actually pretty good. They weren't annoying or anything like that. The henchmen people, when they were getting killed, it was actually like more satisfying than the people in the previous movie, because it felt like it was more plausible that they were being killed this way. Like, they actually kind of like, I know like the first couple kills in 4 seemed plausible because they got the jump on them, and that's what I really liked about the kills in this one. They felt like they were just getting the jump on them. That's what makes the puppets really effective, is that you don't see it coming, even though they're really smart and everything like that. But it just, you don't see them coming. So that's what really makes them foes towards the human characters. So it makes and they can take a beating. They're like, their main the people's main weapon against the puppets is to throw them against the wall and stuff like that. But like, with the unfortunate leech woman, she ends up being thrown into a fireplace. But it was just when the humans battled the puppets were pretty satisfying when they meet their demise in various ways. So I liked this one. I can see why the Wolfman, him and I have been talking. Like, I understand why he likes Six Shooter a lot, because he has this really cool moment in the movie where Torch kind of gets taken out. When Blade kind of gets tossed around as well, and Six Shooter's like, you know what? He just starts being a cowboy as he is, and just starts firing, and he gets a couple good hits on him, and it's just like, it's awesome. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I really liked Puppet Master 5. I could see myself rewatching this one again, and I can't wait to watch this on commentary. I know I mentioned this quite a bit when I'm talking about the Puppet Master movies, is that all of them, I think most of them have commentaries so far, as I can read on the special features. So that makes me very excited to go back and do a rewatch of the series in more of a leisure way. So yeah, I enjoyed this one. I liked everybody. The human characters were pretty decent. The puppets were more being good, even though I prefer them to be a little bit more on the evil side of things. That's what makes the first couple movies really interesting and fun. But once you kind of know their backstories and everything, that they aren't inherently evil to begin with, like the souls or the pieces that are in the puppets were genuinely good people for the most part, except for, I think, for Blade's character. He kind of gradually moved over to the light side of things. But yeah, it was good. I liked this one. So this is the last of the Paramount movies. From what I read, that this is going, like, the first 5 movies were owned by Paramount, and so going forward, I'm curious as to like the production, the effects, and stuff like that going forward, because I thought this was a very good, like, when I read this was supposed to be the final installment of the Puppet Master movies, and I'm just excited to just kind of see where it goes from there. I think the next one's called Puppet Master Legacy, so I'm just curious. I'm very excited to see where once the Full Moon gets their like not doing it from like a bigger studio like Paramount. They are actually kind of doing it their own way. So yeah, I just liked it. Like even Decapitron, he has a pretty good moment. Like he is a very cool robot, like puppet. Like the look of him is really cool, and that's one of the cool stop motion moments in this movie is with Decapitron kind of shooting his little force lightning at the evil totem villain, and it's just like it was just so good. I enjoyed this one a lot, and it hates me to say it when I have to rank this movie, but here I go for the rating scale of the movie. 1 is run-of-the-mill horror, 2 best watch with the group, 3 more than average horror but adds nothing new to the horror genre, 4 helps move the horror genre forward, and 5 is a horror classic. As much as I like this movie, I say it's a 2. It's definitely best watch with the group because there is some good moments in this movie. It's not a 3. It's definitely not more than average, even though some of the special effects are really, really good. And it's not your run-of-the-mill either, because I think it is definitely more than average, but it doesn't have enough more than averageness to like give it a 3 in my opinion. But I think it's definitely a strong 2. Like definitely best watch with a group. Like especially if you want to get a bunch of people together to watch 4 and 5 as one continuous movie, that would be it'd be pretty cool. So that's really all I have to say about Puppet Master 5. Tomorrow I am doing Puppet Master 6. I think it's called The Legacy. So, and then the big movie for the month on Friday, which is Halloween Ends. And as well as I'm going to be jumping on a live stream with Dead Michael. So I'm looking forward to that. So haven't done that in a while, so I'm not quite sure what we'll be talking about. Just horror movies in general, so be on the look for that. So I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and all I can really say is thank you.